Chapter 642. However, Fury never expected reality to be so cruel, even though he had already planned everything perfectly. Pisel had directly rejected Fury's proposal without any hesitation whatsoever. Besides that, he even said that his youngest son could only blame himself for the predicament that he was in. This made him very angry. After getting into the car, Fury continued cursing as he said, "Pisel, that old dog. He really does not know what's good for himself. I would have taken his life if I did not have to worry about getting into a lot of trouble." On the contrary, Edward was secretly feeling very happy. He had initially been very worried that Pisel would truly be able to cure his younger brother. Unexpectedly, after visiting his clinic, Pisel had actually completely refused to treat his younger brother. As a result, Edward would not have to worry about having a strong competitor on his path to inheriting the Whale family fortune. However, he could not publicly display his feelings or emotions. Therefore, he could only say, "Dad, why don't we hire a few hitmen to go over and kill that old man one night?" "No," Fury blurted out immediately. Even though this old man might not have a lot of money, many powerful and influential people actually owe him a lot of favors. They are all expecting him to live a long and healthy life. Killing him would be equivalent to pronouncing the early deaths of many powerful figures in advance. At that time, the Whale family will definitely become the subject of public criticism. Edward nodded before he said, "All right, then. We will just do everything according to what you have decided, Dad. We will smash and destroy his clinic as long as he dares to reopen it in the future." Fury replied, "That is just a little something to intimidate the old man. It would be best if I can force him to agree to see and treat your younger brother." Edward felt a little nervous, and he blurted out, "But Dad, that old man simply refused to agree to your request." Fury replied, "That is why I am going to ask for Lord Adair's help to intercede on my behalf." Edward hurriedly said, "Dad, it is Lord Adair's birthday banquet today. So, I think that it would not be appropriate for us to ask him for this favor now, right?" "You're right," Fury nodded before he said, "We will talk to him about it tonight or tomorrow." Then, Fury looked at Edward before he said, "You have to hurry up and look for ways to cultivate and build a relationship with Faria as soon as you can. You have to get her to agree to marry you as soon as possible." Edward nodded before he said, "Dad, don't worry. I have already instructed Link to help me to carefully prepare a gift for Faria. I will give her the gift later. I believe that she will positively like it." Fury nodded before he said, "This young woman is very capable. If you can marry her, she will surely be of great help to the Whale family in the future. When you inherit the Whale family business, your grandfather and I can rest assured if you have Faria by your side to help you." Edward had a very determined expression on his face as he said, "Dad, don't worry. I will definitely marry Faria and make her my woman." As they continued chatting, they had already arrived at the entrance of the Adair family mansion. The lights were already lit up outside the main entrance of the Adair family mansion at this time. As the head of the top and most influential family in Orris Hill, Lord Adair was a person of high status and authority. Therefore, it was only natural that his birthday banquet was very grand and luxurious. Even though the banquet had not officially begun, many guests had already arrived in advance as they waited outside the gate of the mansion. The Adair family was the top and most influential family in Orris Hill after all. Thus, many smaller families were still trying to get into their good books. Consequently, no one dared to neglect Lord Adair's birthday banquet. At this time, even though Ethan's father, Link, was not invited to attend Lord Adair's birthday banquet, he had been waiting outside the gate of the Adair family mansion for a very long time. When he saw Fury and his son arriving back at the Adair family mansion, he quickly rushed forward with a beautiful gift box in his hand. As soon as Edward rolled the car window down, Link hurriedly said, "Young Master Whale, I have the gift that you asked me to prepare for you. This is the finest masterpiece of the top Indian jewelry designer, Mr. Zishan. You gave me $100 million for it, but I only used $95 million. Edward took the gift box from his hand, and when he opened it, he saw a beautifully shaped bracelet inlaid with dozens of pink natural diamonds, which was very valuable. Fury asked, "Did you prepare this bracelet for Faria?" "Yes," Edward smiled before he said, "the bracelet she is wearing right now looks very cheap and ugly. I believe that bracelet only cost several $100,000. I think she will absolutely love this bracelet that I am going to give to her."